short story.
Don't you get it? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, don't forget to like and share this video. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button down below. My name is Romy. I'm a novelist and teacher. I share writing tips and strategies on this channel and a dose of writing inspiration to inspire you to write. So today I'm going to be talking about how to write short stories for beginners. Let's get right into it. So you're decided to write a short story, but you don't know where to start. Now we all know what a short story is, but how should a great short story be? And what makes some better than others? That's what I'm about to teach you. So get your notepads out and your pen. Let's write a short story together. Before we dive in, let me ask you a question. Why should you write a short story? I have 3 reasons why you should consider writing a short story. 1, it will launch your writing career. This is because writing short stories is far easier than writing a full novel. So it will help you kickstart your writing. Second reason why you should consider writing a short story, it will help you make money. Who doesn't want money, right? You wouldn't make money immediately, but you would make money in the long run. The third reason why you should consider writing a short story, it will help you become a better writer. How, you might ask? Writing short stories helps you stay focused and concise. It's a short story.
Short story. Don't you get it?
Second reason why short stories improve your writing. Writing a short story is like a mental exercise for your writing journey. It helps you discover where you spend too much time, what piece of information you are repeating, and how to make the most of what you give your readers. First off, now ask yourself, what do you want a story to be about? Now I don't mean your plot. Dig into your heart of what you're using your writing to shed more light on. You could want to talk about feminism, equality, love, heartbreaks, whatever your story is. I would love to say this is the point of your story. Needing and whatever drives you will allow you create a solid and powerful short story that resonates with your readers. My advice to you is to write what you know. It's that simple. Now, I'm not saying if you're a farmer, you should write about plants or livestock, or if you're a doctor, you should write about illness. This simply means to write what is emotionally true to you. This is great because it will make you familiar with the nuances of the story you're telling, like the emotions, perceptions, and implications of each action. Once you understand that the road from action to reaction is not straight, you can begin to organize your story. If you think about what that road of emotion looks like for you, you can begin to mold the details and direction of your story, thus making it easier to map out and keeping it interesting and real. Now, when someone reads your story and they can see themselves reflected in your story, they will identify with your story or with a set of character. What does this mean? You now have one raving fan. Now, you must not write about the greatest topics for your short story to be great. Some of the greatest short stories are still about love, loss, things that people have written all over and all over again. And of course I'll use love because I write contemporary romance. You didn't know? I do. Now, what makes your story great is not the subject, but your voice and perspective, which is unique to you. So you see new writers often saying, oh, I can't, my story won't be interesting because someone has written about this trope, or this trope is very popular, and now it has been written several times, but have we heard from you? Are you getting me? Like, your voice is unique to you, so we want to know what's your perspective, want to know what you have to say about this. That's what makes your short story unique. So what I just finished talking about is idea generation. I call it idea generation because this is the process of like mapping out the ideas, different ideas, and concluding what exactly you want to write about. Once you have come up with a topic, the next step is to build your characters. When creating a short story, your characters must have depth. Now, how do you achieve this? First, create a character guide. This is a series of questions about your character. It helps you avoid building a flat, one-dimensional character. Now, there are so many things that could be in your character guide, but I'll give you a few. Your character guide could include their views, their values, their faults, their flaws, their insecurities, their pet peeves, their food habits, their facial features, like their nose, their mouth, their eyes, their general composition. Are they clumsy? Are they awkward? Are they graceful? Their food habits, their strengths, their weaknesses, all that stuff. This is just like everything about your character. I will put up a video very soon about building characters, so watch out for it. So you have created your character guide. It will help you create an intricate and complex character. Now the next step is distinguishing your characters. You can't have all your characters looking alike, doing everything alike. That will make your short story boring. You have to distinguish your characters. Now how do you do this? You do this in two ways: in speech and in gesture. So how does character A speak and how does character B speak? You have to make it different. To create unique and realistic character voices, you have to pay attention to the way people speak. The next step is altering word choice, verbatics, and habitual language of your characters. Changing emphasis or tempo is important too and can be done with the use of punctuation. Reading aloud is a great way to learn how to punctuate the rhythm of your character's speech. When it comes to gestures, you can enhance the individuality of your character's gestures by thinking about the way your character moves, their facial expressions, and their hand movements. Your character guide will help you maintain consistency when you're writing your story. Now you have got your storyline down, you have created unique characters, you have distinguished your characters. It's time to narrow the focus of your story. Short stories don't have room for elaborate details of supporting characters. You have very few words to tell us about your character's history, their relationships, their struggles, and simply why we should care. Now, I know I said we should narrow the focus of your story, but it's okay to overwrite. Sometimes you need to overwrite. It's your first story. It's allowed. You may need to construct events that lead up to the main action of the story. This is a useful and necessary approach to help you craft a killer short story. It is an important developmental step that is helpful to you, but
Your reader doesn't need to know about it.
don't be scared to overwrite your first drafts. Just keep in mind that when you rewrite or edit, you retell your story with fewest possible moves and words. Now the next step is start as close to the end as possible. What this means is that your story should kick off running. This means start at the heart of the conflict. By starting as close to the end as possible, you get us right into the issue your main character is facing. So the next step is for you to step back. You finish writing your story, you want to make a few tweaks and improvements and send it out to the world filled with rainbows and sunshine. Don't. Why? Because sending out your half-baked story is not going to help anybody. It's not going to help your career as a writer and not going to help your reader that has to sift through it. So chill and take a snack, drink water, dance, go watch a movie, go hiking, run a marathon, cook a meal. The only way forward is to forget all the reasons you wrote this or that in your story and stop and think. I call this the resting period. This provides you the opportunity to think about your story and how to improve what you have already done. It also helps you get closer to the view of your reader, and besides, there's always room for improvement. The next step is editing your short story. So now that you've accepted that you need space and time to view your work and critique, it's important to know how. So let's talk editing. Now, what's editing? Editing is simply evaluating each sentence or paragraph in your story and asking yourself if it fits into one of these two categories. You must either advance your plot or reveal something about your character. Now, a few tips to get down. Don't repeat and clarify details every time. Show, don't tell. Keep it simple. When it comes to showing and not telling, so in your story, don't tell us she felt this way. Show us how she felt. Do you get? So, I'm going to do a video on show, don't tell, a more elaborate video, so watch out for it. Now the last step is to invest in a professional editor. Now, this is not for everyone if you can't afford it as a beginner, but investing in an editor is a very good decision for your short story. If you're serious about getting published, it's a great investment for your short story to hire a professional editor. A good editor will walk you through in your story construction and weak writing patterns. Guidance is a crucial step in a successful writing career. A good editor will highlight your strengths so you can repeat that formula again and again and avoid making those mistakes in the future. With all of these tips, you have crafted your killer short story. Now, did you find any of these tips helpful? And how was creating short stories in the past been compared to what you've learned today? Thanks so much for getting this far. Don't forget to like and share this video, and don't go without subscribing if you have not subscribed. You can connect with me on any social media platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, and on Twitter. If you're still here to this point, thanks for watching. Bye for now.